My loves, thanks for returning. I hope this video finds you happy and doing well. As you know by the thumbnail, this is going to be a super chatty get ready with me using some new products and some old products. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. All right, so you all already know how my super chatty videos go. I basically have a topic and I'm just going to be talking about that topic. And as always, I love for you all to chime in. The last super chatty video that I had, a lot of you all chimed in and just provided a lot of good insight, and I appreciate that. And again, I love that part of the chatty videos because you all provide so much insight on the topic at hand. So let me go ahead and let you know what it is so you can decide if you want to stick around or not. But I want to talk about proposal and how long two people should stay engaged or stay together or stay living together before they get married. Is there a time limit on that? Do you think that a lady or a man for that matter should wait forever or indefinitely? Do you think that if it's true love, it really doesn't matter? Also, how long does it take to get to know somebody? You know, because a lot of times you'll hear people say, well, we got to live together and I got to get a chance to know her before or know him before I get married. Is there a set time on that? Can you ever really know everything there is to know about somebody? So let's just chat away and talk about the topic. Also, I am going to tell you all where I even got this idea from, even though I did a video back 3 years on proposal and how long it takes. But as far as the other part of it, as far as the how long it takes to get to know someone, I'll talk about where I got that from. So with all that being said, if you're still interested, let's get to the makeup. All right, so let's just go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to use the Warrior 3 palette, as you all already know, and here it is. So let's see, what shade am I going to go in with first? I think I'm going to use this orange shade right here. And there's something wrong with my voice, so you all please forgive me. And so far with this palette, there isn't kick up or anything like that. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start. And I'm going to begin by telling you what prompted this conversation or made me want to talk about it. But I was watching Makeup Shayla's videos, and she uploaded a video talking or telling her subscribers or explaining to her subscribers why she wasn't married yet, or really what her subscribers wanted to know was what's taking them so long to get married. All right, I'm going to go into this shade next. And I'm just going to add that in my crease. Okay. So I've talked about this topic before years ago, and I think that I've touched on it in between time. But I guess I wanted to go a little bit deeper because when I was watching her video, you know, she and her boyfriend were talking about get some water. She and her boyfriend were talking about, you know, basically they need to, you know, get to know each other, you know, first before they, you know, commit. And they basically said they'll get married, you know, basically in their own time, you know, when they get ready to. And I'm not sure how long they've been engaged, but, you know, I wanted to ask you all, how long do you all think that a couple should stay engaged? And to further that, I want to ask you all, how long does it take to get to know someone? I guess that's the main question that I have, because how long people are engaged before they get married, you know, that can vary between person to person and for whatever reason. And, you know, I have my thoughts on that. I'm not sure if you all remember, but, you know, I have my thoughts on how long a person or a couple should stay engaged, and, you know, what's too long or what's a good amount of time. All right, next I'm going to go into the purple, and I'm going to add that in my crease as well. And it doesn't look like this is really darkening up any, but I'm just going to keep applying it to see what happens. So anyway, back on, you know, what they were saying. They said that, you know, they want to get a chance to know each other before they get married. And what I'll say to that is, you know, I think that's important. You know, I really do. But it's like, I've been married going on over 22 years and I'm still learning stuff about my husband. I know you're probably like, really? But it's true. And then, you know, with even with that, people change, you know, over time. People change for the better. Some people change for the worse. You know, I think that you all see all this fallout. Now this fallout is coming all on everywhere. And oh, I look greasy. But anyway, like I said, I'm still learning things about my husband. In my opinion, I don't think that it takes that long to get to know the basics, you know, of a person. So when people say that, I don't know if it's just something to keep people off their backs, you know, is meaning, you know, don't bug me, I'll do it when I'm ready type of situation. But I honestly believe that. I also don't think that it takes years and years and years to decide if you want to be with somebody for the rest of your life. Now, that's just my opinion. You know, that can vary from person to person. I just don't think that it does. Also, you know, all right, before I get into that, I think I'm gonna put this yellow up here as a brow bone highlight. I know I'm gonna hate myself for doing that, but I'm just gonna add a little up here. But anyway, what I was going to say, you know, I have spoken with coworkers, male coworkers in the past, and just some of the things that they say in regards to, you know, women that they live with and why they won't get married. And it just kind of makes you, you know, wonder, like, are all men like this? You know, do all men, you know, think this way? Meaning, are all men pretty much taking that stance of why buy the cow if the milk is free? So I'm not sure if you can see that yellow, but I think that you can. I can see it just a little bit. Okay, so now I think that I'm going to use this silver right here. Is this silver? Well, it looks blue on the camera, but I'm going to use that shade. But yeah, that's just one of the questions that I had for you all is, you know, how long should a person or a lady wait on a man to propose to her? And then next is, how long does it take to get to know someone? Do you think that it takes years and years and years and years to decide if you want to know someone, or excuse me, to decide if you want to build a life with someone? I personally don't think that it takes that long to decide, but that's just me, you know, and what I believe and what I think. You know, I know for a fact if my daughter was in a relationship with someone and it was going on, you know, past a certain amount of time, I'd be like, well, maybe you should move on, you know, because this person might be stringing you along. And, you know, maybe I'm old-fashioned, I don't know, but that's just, you know, what I think. I'm going back in with this purple right here. And, you know, I might be a little old-fashioned, but that's just kind of what I think about the situation. And I'm not passing judgment on, you know, Makeup Shayla. I like her. I think that she is probably the only big YouTuber that I watch on a consistent basis because, you know, I just like her. I like her content. I think she's honest. So I like her, and I'm not passing judgment on, you know, how their relationship is being run or anything. I just wanted to bring it up in conversation to find out what you all think about it. All right, so this blue, I'm gonna put this blue right here because, you know, a person may wait, you know, years and years for other reasons than what they bring up. You know, it could be other reasons why a couple would need to wait like 5 or 10 or 15 years. You know, I've heard of people waiting a long time. And I had a coworker when I was working, his girlfriend basically told him, oh, you don't have to, there's no set time, just whenever you get ready to marry me, I'll be here. And he was kind of making light of it, like, why should I have to, you know, why should I have to, you know, run and get married to her? You know, she said that I don't have to, basically. And he kind of thought that that was funny, or he kind of chuckled a little bit as if he was doing something great or cool, you know, but of course I didn't think it was funny. All right, so I'm going to add in some more of that purple in the outer V. And ladies, you all know how it goes with, you know, how women, or how it goes in the dating world, as far as if you're single, you know, as women get older, we're seen as not as desirable as men, whereas when men grow older, oh, they're distinguished and they're handsome, and then they're this and then they're that. It's just not that way with women. And I'm bringing that up to say, you know, why waste time if you see that, you know, I'm thinking that if you see that someone doesn't want to be with you, or if they're kind of holding you up, why kind of hang around? I don't understand why a person would want to hang around, because there's someone out there that probably does want to be with you, or that does want to be with you, that's not going to string you along. Okay, I don't think that I like this look at all. I'm going to add a little bit more of this gold, this gray color right here. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to know how many of you all have, you know, been in a relationship, have been engaged for a while, and it did work out, or if it didn't work out. You know, I'd love to hear about it, and, you know, how you all handle it. What was the dynamics of that? You know, and why did you choose to, you know, I guess handle your relationship in that manner? You know, and when I say handle it in that manner, just kind of decide to wait on your significant other to get married to you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do some eyeliner, eyelashes, and mascara, and I'll be back. All right, so I'm back. Now, I did have to go into another eyeshadow palette for the black, and I went into my Marc Jacobs Provocateur, and I used this black right here. It's like a deep burgundy black with some gold sparkles. It's really pretty, very pigmented, and I just added that on the lower lash line to help kind of smoke it out a little bit more. So now going into my favorite part, and that would be the foundation. And here is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, and the shade that I have is 13. I've already shaken it up, and I'm gonna use a couple of pumps, and that's the consistency of it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this to one side, and I want to go ahead and finish talking about how long should each person wait before they get married, and how long does it take to actually get to know someone. You know, does it take years and years and years? You know, and I guess my only thing that And I guess the only thing that I would find to kind of debunk that is, or that excuse is that, you know, once you get married, you're still finding out things about the person. That is never ending. Like I said before, I've been married to my husband over 22 years, and I'm still learning stuff about him, you know. And, you know, furthermore, people change. People grow, people get better, some people get worse, you know. So that would just kind of be the only thing that I would want to, or that I would kind of debunk as an excuse as to why, you know, a person or a couple decide to wait for years and years and years and years and years before they get married. Or at least for me, you know, these are some things that, you know, just come up in my mind. All right, so that went on really well. I think that it's a decent match. You can definitely let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm going to use my Cover FX concealer to highlight with. But don't get me wrong, I'm not being judgmental. I think that, you know, that situation is very personal. You know what I'm saying? And it's not up to me to decide how soon the next person will get married. Or, you know what I'm saying? That's really, you know, none of my business. I was actually surprised that, you know, Makeup Shayla even did a video to address it, you know, because that's personal. But, you know, at the end of the day, we all do, you know, what we have to do and what we feel is comfortable. So this is a very dewy foundation. Do y'all see that? It's very, very dewy. It's really pretty. If you have dry skin, I can tell you now, you're gonna love this one. You're gonna love it. Alright, so I'm just going to do a powder contour with this black Radiance. It's a pressed powder, and I'm just going to do that up here. Good insight. I'm gonna go ahead and add some powder. What powder am I gonna add? Alright, so I'm gonna use my Clinique foundation powder, and I'm just going to use a little bit. And for my under eyes, I'm going to use what I always use, what I love to use is my Cover Girl translucent powder, and I'm just going to use the same sponge that I use to blend it out, and I'm just going to add it under here like so. And right here and right here. And then after that, I'm going to sweep this off. And I like using the sponge so much better than a brush. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sweep all of that away. All right, and for blush, I'm just going to use this Morphe blush that I have. And I'm going to go into both of these shades. This one is a metallic and this one is a matte. So I'm just going to put a little right there. Ooh, that's not a little, that's a lot. Whoa, too much, girlfriend. Blend it out. All right, and now I'm going to go into this metallic-y pink, and I'm going to add that right there. And I'm going to add a little bit on my nose. All right, so next I'm going to go into lips, and I got this NYX Lingerie Push-Up. This is new, and it looks like this. It looks like it could be a liner. And these are so pretty. I like this. I like the way they feel. I like how well they go on. All right, so this is it. This is the final look using the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette, the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, and the Lingerie Push-Up lipstick. I think those are only 3 things. Yes, so total 3 things. Everything else was old. So anyway, let me know down in the comments what you all think about marriage proposal and how long you think a couple should wait before they decide to get married. Is there a time limit? How long does it take to get to know somebody? You know, is there a time limit on that? And do you ever do you ever stop learning new things about your significant other? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until my next video, smooches.